Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the farm. I say good afternoon. It's been an absolute gong show here the last 48 hours. So yesterday, no, technically yesterday, just after midnight, all our sheep were out on the lawn. I didn't want to deal with it. I come outside in my underwear and I just closed the front gate. And I just, you know what? I was like, I gotta go to sleep and I'll deal with this in the morning. So then 5:30 in the morning rolls around, and what do you know? The horse is out, and of course the sheep are still out. They didn't magically find their way back in, but that's fine. I chucked him in behind the barn. They were there. Horse and the donkey hopped the fence and went off into the big field to the south. And then the wife texted me about 9 o'clock. She's like, "Did you let the horse and the donkey out?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "Well, they're over at the neighbor's place." So they were across the road. And I'm like, "Oh, this is just awesome." Like, I don't know if it was a full moon or just what was going on, but everything was losing its mind. Well, it all kind of come to bear today. I think we know what happened. But anyways, so yesterday afternoon, the wife texted, she's like, "Yeah, no, this neighbor over here, their cows are over in that neighbor's yard, like right up by their house." So all the animals were losing their mind. Huh, I wonder why that is. Well, anyways, the wife goes down to go spray some thistle there this morning and finds a dead turkey. So yeah, we probably had a whole mess of coyotes right up in our backyard. We had some real tall grass. They could pretty much walk right up to the farmyard without being seen, without being observed. And the wind's been coming, oddly, it's been coming out of the northeast and pushed, so it's completely opposite of what the prevailing wind is here. So safe to say the coyotes could come right up into the yard. The dogs probably wouldn't even smell them. And then there's a turkey gone, right? So that, anyway, so here we are at the sum of what all this is. We've moved the turkeys. We've moved the turkey tractor. We've moved the netting up into kind of a, I don't know, the junkyard, I guess. There's an area we got here where it's just like a couple old trailers, some pallets, a little bit of yard, garden equipment and stuff like that. Can't get in here with a lawnmower without a whole pile of work. So we put a net around it and let the turkeys in there. They can eat the grass down and then might help us clean up the yard a little bit. So it might be a win-win. But yeah, so all the turkeys doing great, except for one not doing so great. It's well, it's done. The dog went and finished off whatever the coyotes didn't eat. So that's a bit of a sad story. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're still 12 turkeys ahead of where we were last year. So small win, I suppose, if you take it that way. So we're down here now in the old dry creek bed. Actually, I just come out of here to get out of the wind. So I was up at the house, just had a bit of supper. Ranger, get out of here.
I found a tiny rock.
You found a tiny rock? Good job. The wife says you're on kid duty tonight, getting everybody to bed, because she's making dill pickles, which is, I mean, yeah, that's a good time. But right before I go to put the kids to bed, she says, "Oh, look, there's sheep out in the yard." Well, that's not the first time today, and I'm sure it probably won't be the last time today. She's like, "Do you need to put them away right now?" And I'm like, "No, it's fine. I'll get the kids to bed and then I'll come out." They're not doing no harm. They're just eating lilac bushes, right? What could go wrong? So I figure I get the kids to bed and then I come out and deal with it. Well, about 30 minutes of screaming goes by because the little one, she's just like, she's not ready to go to bed. She's not digging it. And then the wife comes to the door and she says, "Well, you know what? The rams are out now too." Well, now that's something I got to deal with right now. Because that's, I don't know what 145 days from today is, but it's probably going to be a real cold day. Not the kind of day where I want to be having babies getting born in the middle of a snowbank at 40 below. So there was a bit of a rodeo. We got the ram back. It was only one ram. The other one was about ready to jump the fence by the time I made it out there, and I gave him the old "hey!" and he quit. And then I dumped a bucket of grain, and then he started thinking with his stomach instead of his balls real quick, so that was good. And then I just run these ones down the field, and they come into the big pie-shaped piece, and I'm not going to let them in. It's because it's the same ones. It's the same ones every time they're out. There's like 2 or 3 ewes that are the same, and then just whatever, a batch of lambs. So it don't really matter about the lambs because they're all going to go down the road anyways to the auction mart. So I'm going to leave them in a separate field. That way they don't teach anybody any bad habits. And this field is probably the most secure field we have. So if they get out of here, then I'm just going to phone Doug over in Towfield, and he can come next week and just haul haul them to the auction mart, and they can be down the road. Because I mean, whatever, it'd be nice to get another lamb crop out of them ewes, but for this, they're just such a headache all the time, those same ones. And who has time for that, especially in a year where, again, we're buying feed because there's just, you know, more grasshoppers than grass. So yeah, anyways, that's our day in a nutshell. I think I'm gonna walk up the top there. The wife made some Saskatoon crumble. Maybe see about finding a bit of but ice cream or something to go with it. That'd be just grand. And of course, a cup of tea. So I'll let you go for now. Hopefully you're having a better day than we are. And we'll see you tomorrow.